whenever you dealing with diabetes, you're dealing with the pancreas. This is the pancreas. This is the back of the pancreas right here. And this is the front of the pancreas right here. So inside the pancreas, you have something called the islets of Langerhans. This is these little white fingers you see right here. It's called the islets of Langerhans. Well, inside of the islets of Langerhans, inside of the pancreas, you have something called the alpha cells, the beta cells, and the delta cells. The alpha cells is what deals and what rise the glycogen of the glucose up in the blood. That's what the alpha cells is in control of in the body. The alpha cells are alerted by the nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, which is the adrenal glands. And what the adrenal glands sends, they sends melanin neurotransmitters to the A cells, or what we're going to call the alpha cells, and they tell the cells to raise the glycogen or raise the glucose or the sugar inside of the blood. Now, once it starts tipping over, now the sugar does no good inside of the blood. The only point that the sugar is going in the blood for is for the blood to actually drop the sugar off into each individual cell, for the cell can get the fuel called adenosine triphosphate, or what you call ATP. Well, in order for the sugar to actually make it into the cell, it has to pass the mucosa membrane or the Golgi apparatus, or what you're going to call the cellulose of the cells. They have to penetrate that. Well, sugar can't penetrate a cell, but guess what can penetrate a cell? Salt. So now you got sugar and you got salt. Salt is made by the beta cell in the islets of Langerhans, and this salt is called insulin. So what insulin does when glucose or glycogen is already in the blood and need to go to an individual cell, insulin will be notified by the adrenal glands, because the adrenal glands is in control of your sugar metabolism. The adrenal glands is in control of the utilization of your sugar and your insulin. So the adrenal glands will alert the beta cells to produce insulin. Insulin then go into the bloodstream and it picks up glucagon, or what we call glucose, and insulin penetrates the cell or the mucous membrane of the cell, and it drops the glucose sugar off in the cell. That's what it does with glucose. Now, once the glucose get inside of the cell then begin to go through its conversion stage. The glucose break down to come oxygen and carbon, then to carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide turns into water, and then this water is used as melanin water fuel for the cell can fire off something called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Then it go to ADP, which is adenosine diphosphate. You see that? Then it go to AMP, adenosine monophosphate. And that's how you get your fuel for you to be able to walk around and live your everyday life.